Hi, this is János, it's the channel Real World Audio, and today we are going to tackle multiple subjects, and I'm going to show you the most unlikely pair of loudspeakers you can ever imagine, and these loudspeakers were designed by Jean Hiraga, the legendary designer who is very well known worldwide for his loudspeakers and amplifiers, and he designed these, which are called LePetit, means the little one, and these loudspeakers are something of a unique phenomena in the world of audio, because he designed them to be very cheap, so that, and he also gave the plans for it. So the plans are published and anyone can build these for themselves, and I would call them well, in the title of this video I call them either ugly ducklings or are they really baby swans. And yes, they kind of look like ugly ducklings, but if you get to know them, then you realize that these are not ugly ducklings, but they are baby swans, and they really can transform if you have the level of amplification and sources. Then you will be quite amazed. And as people would say, they are like giant killers, which means, like, when you look at Torsten's video, that's why I'm showing you this picture, because Snake Oil Audio channel, this is Torsten's channel. So let's just click on the video. He is talking about it, and you see in his video he shows the plans as well, and there is a link where you can, like here, show more. If you go to that link, you can download Monsieur Hiraga's original article where he designed, where he described these loudspeakers, and also tells you how to build them. Of course, it's in French, but if you can read and write, you can, where was it? Anyway, so it was somewhere. When you look at it, you can read the numbers, and anyone can follow directions, right? And what Torsten did in this video, he really went through, introduced them, what was the birth of these loudspeakers. This is like another picture how they look like. They are, you have to put them on a stand, and basically they are really big bookshelf speakers, and they are something of an oxymoron, because it's a tiny driver, a 4-inch driver. Let's have a look at it. There you go. Let's pull up the file. The first text FE103 Sigma, and when you look, it's a really tiny driver, 10 centimeter which is 4-inch driver, and this is the datasheet for this little driver. As you see, it's quite extended in the high frequency region, but of course, being a 4-inch driver, it's very limited in the bass. But is it very limited? And this is where it seems that Jean Hiraga is breaking all the rules with this ugly duckling little loudspeaker. That's Monsieur Hiraga, and that's another one of his speakers. I have a video series breaking down the workings and the construction of that loudspeaker. If you want to check it out, I think I made it like 5-part series. You are most welcome to do it. So let's come back here to look at these baby speakers. So basically these speakers are like the baby version of those bigger speakers you just saw. And while those speakers cost an arm and a leg and take up a considerable place in your room, these are comparably very small, and don't cost a fortune. Anyone can build it, really, or ask anyone to build it for you for very little money. And so what Torsten did in this video is he talked about the conception of these speakers, how it compares to other speakers, what is his experience, uh, and then that really he encourages in this video everyone to build it for yourself, try it out and let him know. So give him the feedback. How did you like it? Whether you hated it or you loved it, what do you think about them? And he really warns everyone to follow exactly the plans, and do not just change arbitrary things, because this is the way it's been made, it's been designed to work. And what I am going to do in this video, and I already see it's going to be a multi-part video, is I'm going to look at the plans, look at the driver parameters, and punch all the data into a modeling software, WinISD. And through that modeling software, I will demonstrate you what was the logical thinking behind the creation of these loudspeakers. Why do they look the way they look? Why this funky thing in the front? Why the inside is done the way it is done? And you will see that all makes sense, which part contributes to what aspect of the sonic behavior of this loudspeaker, and how come Jean Hiraga could make these tiny 4-inch drivers dig really, really deep. And just how deep, we are going to explore that as well. And just my helping hand for those of you who don't speak German, because this video is in German, Torsten's videos are in German. You can just, where it is, you can put, no, I don't see it. If you go to the settings, why don't I see the settings? Maybe, there you go. You see, you click on that settings thing, you click on subtitles, choose German, auto-generated, and then click on it again, auto-translate, and choose your language. So if you speak Burmese, then you can choose Burmese as well. For simplicity, let's just choose English, and you see now it starts translating it into English. Of course, it's not foolproof. It's does a job, and you will have an idea what Torsten is talking about. And sometimes when he says like audio descriptive words or brand names, then it's translating rubbish instead. But you can put together what he's talking about. It's not neurosurgery. So basically, let's now leave it at that, and let's go to the next part of what I want to talk about, which is WinISD. So how do you find WinISD? In Google, literally I typed in WinISD download, and I checked out a few of the links, and bingo, what it was, the first thing that Google brings up, that's the download link for WinISD, which is a freeware speaker designing software for Windows environment. You see, that's what it is. And you can click on it, you download it, install it, that's it. And you can also donate to the creator of the program. I really warmly recommend to donate to him, because this is really a wonderful program. You can learn a lot of loudspeaker design using it. And just in case you were wondering what is the purpose of modeling software for audio, for loudspeakers, they are not there to design your speaker for you, to take away your job or your hobby, but they are there to help you, to aid you, to show you additional working parameters that are not obvious from the numbers. When you look at the data sheet of the driver, you will have a lot of idea what you can do with it, and this software will tell you additional details such as cone excursion, impedance variations, and lots of things. However, if you want any kind of software, and it's not because this is a junk software and there are much better, not at all. This is a wonderful software, and of course there are lots of different ones to help you model a loudspeaker's behavior, but none of them is accurate. All of them are just approximations, and what they will do is they will be an aid, a powerful tool to help you, but they won't, if you depend on it to design instead of using your brains and experience, you will get mediocre results at best. So if you want to improve your speaker building skills, then get more experience. And software such as WinISD is a wonderful tool to help you along that road, but they won't do the hard lifting instead of you. Don't expect that. So once you install WinISD, this is how it looks like. You start the program. Here we are. And now let's see what we can do. We will start a new project. So we'll click on that little icon there. Bingo, the create new project. By the way, if you are watching this video on your cell phone, I really recommend to switch over to your computer screen, a big screen, and watch it in a full screen mode. Otherwise, you will barely see anything. I already decreased the resolution of my screen to make it visible, but all the letters are still really tiny, barely visible, I think. So when you choose a new project, it lists drivers, the brand names of the drivers. So here we are using Fostex. Where is Fostex? Right here. You click on it and it shows a selection of available Fostex drivers to pick. And the 103 Sigma, here it is, Fostex FE103E. Click on it, double click, here it goes, number of drivers, one driver, normal, not in an isobaric. Setting, just normal, you hit enter. Type of design, you can choose whether it's a vented cabinet or a closed cabinet. We just go with vented. There are other options as well. I'm not going into that. Hit enter. Choose alignment. This is just, the software is going to give you a rough approximation for a cabinet size and the port tuning, and we just choose the default quasi-Butterworth. Okay. We give a project name and we'll give it the Hiraga LePetit. Okay, and description, I will leave it blank for now. Just hit enter and there it is. The program has created an automatic cabinet size and port length, and here we see the result of that. So there's the frequency response, there's like 20 Hertz, 50 Hertz, 100, 200, 500 Hertz, and SPL efficiency. There you go, or sensitivity, 76 dB all the way to 101 dB. And the project is there, it's called Hiraga LePetit, and we can open multiple projects and they will just line up here. So this is the project selection part. Here this is the details. Here that's the selections, you can choose any of those, and then that's the graph that shows whatever you are selected. And also color, you can just click on the color and choose any color for your project. And then when you open multiple projects, you can give each of them a different color, and then it will visualize all of them together. so you can make tell them apart based on the colors. So basically here when you click on those things, the top one shows the driver. So this is here, it shows that that is Fostex FE103 Sigma. And for example, you can just give like model scenarios like overheating voice coil, and you can change the degrees of in Celsius how hot the voice coil is. Like for example, you are running it super duper hard and you are just really cooking it, and then you will be able to see how it changes the behavior of the loudspeaker. And that's why it's you will notice that running overheating loudspeakers, it's not exactly high fidelity because the behavior changes a lot. Also, you can click on edit here, and then you can edit the parameters of the driver. So for example, let's go, that's the general parameters and the extra parameters. And I know, oh look, X max 0.4 millimeters. I think it did not have this information, and I entered it myself. And if you see that there is nothing entered for Xmax, then you can enter the value and then hit save. And then when you will go to the appropriate graph for the cone excursion, it will show you, but more about that later. So anyway, I just told that if you want to change the driver parameters, you can do it there. And next one, box. So this is the meat of it. So basically here you see that it has recommended for us a 4.07 liter cabinet volume. So this is like a really tiny baby loudspeaker with this 4-inch driver that the computer tells us that you can build using this driver, and it will be perfect for the abilities, for the capacity of this driver. And you see 4 liters, and the tuning frequency is almost 90 hertz, 89.35 hertz. And what you see in loudspeaker design, not just today, but during the past 30-40 years, is that the vast majority of commercial loudspeakers were designed in a fashion that their approximate cabinet volume and the tuning frequency for the port is very close to what a computer model would give for you. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if we choose such a volume, such a tuning frequency, you will get a working loudspeaker cabinet. But are you going to get the most out of this driver? Wow. If you build this, then what will happen, as you see, what it tells you, this tuning frequency, it means that by 90 hertz we will be dropping 3 dB output. That's what the tuning frequency means, 3 dB drop from the peak performance level. So now it's kind of hard to see because we have a lot of extra on top, and we can change actually the scale of the graph, and we can do that by clicking at this wrench setting here, and here we go to the plot window, and there we can change the frequency range. Of course, this little loudspeaker is not going to go to 20 hertz, so let's just go down to 40 hertz. And the top range, do we want to see it to 500 hertz? Maybe. Let's just see it there. And here SPL 75 dB to, we don't need it to 102 dB. All we need is 92 dB. Let's see it. You see, now it has recalculated the new scale for us, and you can see that the top line is 92 dB, and here this is 91, almost 91.5 dB represented by this line. So that tells us that the majority of the output of a loudspeaker that you build with this driver will be about 91 dB per watt meter. And now let's see, it's 20 minutes already. I would have problems uploading if I continue shooting, so right now let's just stop. So this is how far we got, is that we downloaded WinISD and just know how to create a new project and then adjust it a little bit for your screen to fit it more easily into your view. And that's it for today. Please like and subscribe if you have not yet, and we will continue from here. What I'm going to show in the next episode is that right now this is just the SPL output of Fostex 103 Sigma driver from using a standard cabinet. And in the next episode we will somehow reach from the standard cabinet Jean Hiraga's cabinet, and I will show you how you can get from here to there, and we are going to also get acquainted with additional features in WinISD which really help us and are really crucial and tell us what are the working limitations of the loudspeaker, and how does it affect the behavior when you are changing the cabinet size and the tuning frequency. Have an awesome day. Bye bye.